Legends, how is everyone doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day, Friday. Hope you have a fantastic weekend, guys. Bitcoin really boring. It looks like we are kind of stuck. Okay, I am looking still for this range. I didn't do a video update to this morning because I was basically going to talk about the same thing, right? Where we are just ranging in between these levels. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin here, zooming in on the 2 hourly time frame. Now, you know the deal. You know that I am slightly bullish here. I do see some bullish moment, $1,000 range above this $42,000. It looks like that there's no selling pressure. It looks like there's no buying pressure. We've just been stuck around this range for ages. Now we're stuck here for the last few days around this level. So Bitcoin is not doing much, but Bitcoin doesn't like to stay still for a long time. So I would expect a pretty nice explosive move very soon. You know that I think it's going to be to the upside. I think we're going to hit those $43,000 levels. Who knows how we are going to react at that range. Okay, this is something that, you know, as soon as we hit that level, I will be a little bit bearish potentially if we do see a consolidation and a few wicks here getting massively rejected from that $44,000 area, because it is major resistance, guys. Okay. What I got here on the chart is this level being very strong support. I'm talking about 43.5 being major support here once the price action was above this level. Support. It was big resistance around this range, as you can see. So if the price action does manage to get above this level, we are going to get some reactions. Will it be bullish or bearish? We'll find out, okay, in the next coming days, if we do manage to get up there, of course. Now, bearish case scenario, also same thing that we've been talking for the last few days, that if Bitcoin does retrace all the way down to that 39.5 actually here, the very top of this massive spike on point of control, it is going to be holding very nicely. There's going to be some reaction there. It's not going to be easy for the price action of Bitcoin to get down those levels. So nothing much to add here. The S&P is looking extremely bullish at this moment. All right, we are kind of breaking out from this channel. We do have these lower highs with this trend line, lower lows connecting to perfection here with this channel. As you can see, we are starting to pop out of the channel, as you can see here on the chart. Now, this is not out of the woods just yet. It is Friday, so my take here on the S&P is that we might open with a gap to the upside on Monday. This is looking pretty bullish. We are hitting an incredible resistance. If I go to the 4 hourly chart here on the S&P 500, it is an incredible resistance right now. As you can see, big consolidation right there, resistance right over here, resistance right there. We are just tackling that level. Huge resistance from this horizontal line and huge resistance from this descending channel of these lower highs. If we start breaking out here, S&P does have potentially some bullish weeks ahead, breaking out from a descending channel, as you can see here on the chart, guys. So if S&P 500 is bullish, very likely it's going to have a bullish effect on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. We're going to take a look at some altcoins. Some altcoins are popping to the upside, very much expected. We did see OGN, Rune. Okay, we were waiting on the sidelines for those pop outs on different cryptos that were having big bullish divergence on the daily. We have higher lows here on the RSI, lower lows on the price action. This is Chainlink right now, looking at Chainlink on the daily, breaking out from this descending wedge. It looks like it is gaining a little bit of momentum here to the upside, as you can see on the chart. Okay, breaking out from the wedge here nicely, and it looks like that we're going to see Chainlink potentially tackling the $16, this last lower high from this descending wedge. So potentially we are going to get some kind of reaction there, maybe a correction before we continue up. But this is very likely the kind of price action that we are looking for the next coming days. So enough talk. Let's say hello to the community. Of course, I am still in my Bitcoin long position here on Bybit. I've got a take profit at $43,000. That is very much one of my target levels, 43.5. only 50%, okay, here on my target. And then I am potentially looking for $48,000. This is a big bearish Gartley that we were talking about a long time ago. This is still pretty much valid. This is still valid for another few days, okay? Looking at Fibonacci time, this should take us around about that level. We know Bitcoin can surprise us. We know Bitcoin can pump $5,000, $6,000 in a matter of hours. So don't be surprised if that could potentially happen. Let's dive in here straight in the comment section, guys. You know the deal. Also, Bybit, this is where I swing trade mainly. You get the best bonus down below, $4,100 to be claimed on Bybit by using the link down below, and 30% fee discount. Prime XBT. Let's see if we can find a scalp opportunity here on the live stream. This is where I do my day trading. You get 7% added to your deposit. Incredible platform where you can trade S&P, Forex, and a bunch of other cryptos. And it's another way to support the channel, of course, only for experienced traders. You got a full video tutorial down below. Let's dive in here straight into the comment section. But before, let's try all of us. Wow, 30 likes, almost 200 people watching. You guys need to just wait 2 seconds, scroll down. If you enjoy the content, if you like the community, make sure to smash up that like button here. Just wait 2 or 3 seconds of your time, scroll down the video, smash up the like, and let's dive in here through the comment section. Most importantly, the community. The community is important. I need to keep my community solid. I need them to enjoy the content and stay here with me and give me your opinion. Let's take a look at some charts that you want me. Ethereum run. Yes, Ethereum is looking pretty good. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum was looking pretty solid. It is breaking out from that 2,800. It is breaking out from this symmetrical triangle, looking pretty powerful. I want to see at least this 4-hourly candle closing well above the 2,800, well above, guys. If this can turn into a big massive wick. So this is basically just confirming. This will be confirmed today if we are going to see a successful breakout. So yeah, this is looking very good. This is the 4-hourly chart, and on the 4-hourly you can see we were getting rejected from these lower highs right there. Now we did get a rejection here. This was just yesterday. Got rejected a little bit, had a little bit of a reaction. We are breaking out now here. Pretty solid candle at this moment. Looking pretty good. I was actually looking for a Gartley pattern here also on Ethereum, if I'm not wrong. Is it a Gartley or is it a butterfly? Let me just confirm right now. Yeah, I think it was, yeah, we are looking at a harmonic pattern here, potentially breaking above this major resistance in the next coming days. Very much expected. I was leaning a little bit more to the bullish side, of course, when we are trading down at these levels. Same scenario as Bitcoin, basically. If I'm bullish on Bitcoin, very likely I'll be bullish on Ethereum as well. So target 2,975, 2,975. Yeah, approximately. I think we could manage to get a leg up. Now we are hitting a resistance range at this level. I would stay a little bit cautious. Wait a little bit for confirmation, because if we do manage to get above this range in the next coming days, it is very likely in the correction it will get volatility and will get a bounce. Okay, so don't think that the price action is just going to go forever like this. It will come back down. That is on the retracements where we want to get in, right? The confirmation. We are currently hitting this red box right now. We got a nice support level here. Stay cautious, okay? So far it is looking pretty good. This 4-hourly is looking insanely strong. Let's take a look here at the comment section. Long or short, says Adele. Yeah, very good question. All depending if you're scalping, you're day trading. But yeah, let's take a look at Bitcoin, or depending on what you want to trade as well. A lot of altcoins are looking pretty good. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart here quickly, see if we can find some major opportunities, or depending on how fast you want to trade. Do you want to trade in like minutes? Do you want to trade in a day trade? Because yeah, if you could ask me, what should I long or short from here, and look at the volatility. You need to be quick on your trades, because basically this is just insane volatility. So yeah, let's take a look. Crypto Legends, Dave, how are you doing? Kerry, good day. How are you? Hey Andy, thanks for sharing your precious knowledge. You are awesome trader. Thank you very much, Ayush. Hi Andy, I'm from Sri Lanka. Is Polkadot a good potential project like Sol, Luna, and AVAX? Absolutely. Polkadot is obviously a very, very good project. No doubt about that. This one will explode. This one is a very good long-term hodl. You know, I would say from the top 20, top 30 blockchain projects, they're all going to do very, very well in the next crypto run. You've also got Rose. Rose is another one. This one has multiple X's behind, okay? Rose, Oasis Network, Rose Protocol. Syscoin is also a major good coin, okay? Oasis is a really strong blockchain project backed up by many big investors. So yeah, I would be eyeing this one, okay? Because maybe Polkadot can give you a 5x in the next coming months or couple of years. This one could potentially give you a 10x or a 20x in the coming time. I mean, this is only my personal opinion. Of course, I'm not giving you financial advice here. Oasis Network, Syscoin is also one that has had a huge correction. This one's gonna start picking up pretty fast. Okay, Syscoin, it's already up to 17% today. It did have a really deep correction, as you can see. It went all the way up to $1.20. Trading around about 10 cents. This was only about a year ago, and yeah, it corrected all the way down to 47 cents. It's at 55 cents right now. This one might be finding a local bottom at this range. Syscoin is another great project. You know, 350 million market capitalization. This one can easily go to the couple of billion in the next coming months or couple of years. So there are multiple X's here to be made on Syscoin. But Polkadot is definitely a good one. Yeah, that one is very likely going to go up in value. Taking a look at the Polkadot chart here, we were eyeing this descending wedge with a bullish divergence. It's going to be it's looking a little bit boring, but this is how it starts. Okay, it starts boring, and then you start seeing some pretty nice bullish momentum in the short term. Overall, I am bullish on these projects. I'm in a long position. Yeah, a lot of people asking me, Andy, long or short? Well, I'm in a swing trade already from that, 38.3K levels. This has been talked on the video from many days ago that I was bullish at this range, and because we had a bearish harmonic pattern that should take us above $42,000, around about 43. So I was targeting, once we were consolidating at this level around the $37,000 range. Then yeah, I was waiting for that confirmation, that consolidation confirmation. So once I did see this kind of price action, it was looking pretty good. This right over here, we have a consolidation, this little dip, this recovery, this area was already bullish for me. So yeah, what is happening right now though is that we are basically getting, there is resistance from this lower high. We got you do confirm a lower high right there. You got higher lows right here. So you're basically going to hit resistance. If this breaks out from this range from the 41.5, yeah, expect a pretty major leg up to around about $43,000 or even $44,000. It's going to be pretty impressive, and I think we are on the way to do that. Very likely. So the thing about longing here is that you've missed out on this major pump. Okay, so you could see a little bit of corrective move to 39.5, and then potentially have the leg up. But yeah, overall, I am looking for bullish for the next coming days. I have done since last week. Let's take a look at Link. I mean, Link is looking pretty good. We've just taken a look at Link. Okay, we've got a massive descending wedge here. Okay, created from October of 2021 all the way to March of 2022. So yeah, we've got several months descending wedge here. But if we take a look at the lower time frame and go to the 4 hourly or basically the daily or the 4 hourly, we've got a smaller descending wedge right there. Okay, with the bullish divergence, Link is looking good. We've been talking about bullishness here since we were trading down at the $13, $14 range, that we were very likely going to have a potential breakout and leg up here. Reason why is because you are retesting the summer lows from 2021 right there, round about that $13-14 range, you're not successfully breaking out from this level. So a potential big bounce is very likely. So I think Link, if we do see some bullishness on Bitcoin hits $43,000, retraces a little bit, maybe to 41.5 or so, and then has that leg back up for that potential bearish Gartley pattern. If we do see Bitcoin, okay, going to the $47,000, $48,000 in the next coming days, all right, it might take it might take a few more days to get there. We're still good with Fibonacci time. We've still got 3 or 4 days left. It could very much happen. We can be very surprised with this move. If this happens, then we can see some altcoins such as Chainlink potentially hitting the top of the wedge here, which would be almost round about that $20, $19-20 range. Very likely to be hit if Bitcoin does have that nice leg up to $47,000, $48,000. It would be the target from this consolidation with these bullish diversions. Yeah, everything points out that we could have that scenario in the case of Chainlink. Of course, stay cautious with volatility, protect your positions. You can trade Chainlink on PrimeXBT or on Bybit. They are available on both of these platforms, and you get the best bonus available down below. There are thousands of dollars worth of bonus to claim to trade with, guys. So check that out. It is down below in the description. Another way to support here the YouTube channel. Now, Waves prediction entry. Prediction entry. Let's take a look at Waves. I think Waves did have some pumpy action after. Ooh. This one's done a pretty good. I am actually going to short this. I am actually going to short this. I think I am going to short this. This has had a failed attempt of breaking resistance here on the 1 hourly, and this looks pretty good. This is a swing failure pattern right there. Swing failure here, bang bang, meet the target all the way down here. I shorted all at $30 and took profits at $28. That was a really, really nice move here, very much expected, hitting 618 fib levels from the low to the high. And also we are hitting this major resistance turning into support. So that was an incredible short opportunity. Now, let me take a look here 1 second. A really aggressive bearish divergence on the 1 hourly. It looks a little bit scary though. It does look, it wants to try and break up. I mean, the good thing about this, you got a swing failure pattern right here. There's no doubt about that on the 1 hourly. If you have a little bit of more volatility, I think here, your stop loss can be so tight above this wick that you could have some pretty good gains. I would be a little bit conservative because it is still creating aggressive higher lows here. Higher lows. Yeah, you're fighting the trend here, basically. You are fighting the trend. Some might think that this is a kind of an ascending triangle that we are forming right now with these higher lows. Yeah, it's looking strong, but it is worth a potential short. A quick short, at least to the 618. Potentially, if we do have another leg up, I would be looking for a tight short position. You're risking this basically. And you hitting the my target would be the 618 from this low to the high, this resistance level right there, turning into support. That is the 618, and it's this peak over here. So that would be a major take profit. I'm talking about the $29, just a $1, $1.50 move here. So yeah, that would be for a short. Of course, it could have an explosive breakout to the upside. It also could have an explosive breakout to the upside. I mean, this run up needs a nice cool off. Look at this. This is not a healthy pump. And it might continue up, but I think this one will have a multi-weekly correction at some point. Also, something interesting to note here on Waves that you are hitting the 618 from the high, all-time high here, to the local low of 2022. You're basically hitting that 618 range on the Fibonacci. This is why you're getting that, that kind of reaction at this level. So yeah, that's what we got for waves. I think waves, this is screaming for a short. We did call this short on a live stream right there where we failed. This was a failed double top. Short there, take profits here. Absolutely spot on. This was a spot on trade. You're shorting here at the top with a tight stop loss. This is a, 1 to 2 or even 1 to 2.5. The space here of your take profit compared to your stop loss is absolutely, insane. You got, you're gaining 3 almost on your actual stop loss, which is, this is how you want to trade for your multiple gains. Right, let's take a look here. That's waves done. BYC is moving up. Let's take a look at BYC. What is this? BYC. Yeah, we're BYC. Is this a stock market? BYC, is this the Korean stock market? Sushi, let's take a look at Sushi. What's going on with Sushi? Sushi got absolutely crushed during the last few months. It looks like that Sushi will recover also. This one aggressively lost the summer lows. That was pretty aggressive, losing the summer lows here. I just want to check something because this could be a huge Gartley pattern right there. Yeah, no. This looks pretty cool for a big recovery. This looks amazingly good for a recovery. You got aggressive lower lows right there. You're starting to create higher lows on the daily RSI. Bullish divergence. A lot are looking very similar. Very similar to see some aggressive bullish momentum. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. I think Sushi could have a potential leg up to around about the $5 range, where you do have this big support that will be resistance. It won't be easy to get above $5, but I do see a leg up there. Very likely. This is getting exhausted with these slightly lower lows here. This is ready for a pop. If it doesn't happen now, it's going to happen very soon. So yeah, that's what I've got here for Sushi. Not adding much here to Sushi. Huge levels here, huge levels. I mean, you can see it on the VPVR. This is a big wall of money in between $1 and $3. This is where the volume has been traded in the past, where there's the volume trading range. And yeah, this one is basically maybe going to get supported from this level and continue up. So $3 area could be $2.50, $3 area could be the floor range. I'm bullish on Sushi, a decentralized exchange on Ethereum network. Absolutely fantastic project. Right, let's take Waves has been taken a look at already. Also Polkadot. This was the second or third cryptocurrency from the live stream. Andy, silver and oil, please. Let's take a look at some different assets. Okay, why not oil? Let's take a look at some commodities and silver. Did you say? Let's take a look at oil. Yes, absolutely. Crude. Let's take a look. This one might be looking good for an insane short position, guys. I don't think oil will go to $150 or $160 a barrel in the next coming weeks. I think it's going to start correcting very soon. It will be interesting. It will be very interesting to see if we are going to close this month below this range over here. Okay, if we go to the monthly chart, You know, we do have a big resistance zone. Look how far we are away here on the monthly. If we see a massive big wick on the monthly here, closing below this major level, we are potentially going to get a big correction in the next coming months. Okay, next coming months, and you know, even years, if everything works out well. We know the world is in a bit of a situation, but I think, you know, we are going to see good times in the next coming months. Maybe not these couple of months, but I think everything will be just as fine, and oil will have that small correction, maybe to the $80 a barrel or $70 a barrel in the next coming months, by the end of the year potentially, or by beginning of 2023. So yeah, oil can be traded on Prime XBT, guys. Oil is here. You got Brent and you got also crude oil. Check it out. You got a best bonus down below, which is 7% added to your deposit on Prime XBT. Let's take a look at silver. Why not right away? I guess silver's having a little bit of a correction right now. Yeah, the thing about silver, it has been getting very rejected from this range. Okay, this is looking at the monthly chart. Okay, this is all the way back at this was 2011 2012 right there on silver, where, you know, in 2011, after the financial crisis that we'd had in 2008, gold dropped, a lot of the assets dropped. Okay, in 2008 and 2009 it started recovering slightly, but 2010 2011 there was a little bit of a big rally. As you can see, silver went all the way up to about almost $50, which is absolutely crazy back in 2011. Obviously got a heavy correction. This looks like the Bitcoin bear market from 2018. As you can see, you got the insane massive rally, you got a kind of a huge descending triangle finally breaking support, and this is where you find a bottom and you're going to start recovering. I see silver breaking this range. You could arguably discuss that this is kind of a cup, right, and a handle here formation, just consolidating, ready to break this major resistance of $28. It's very likely going to happen. I think silver, gold will go up in value in time, of course. This looks like crypto market cycles, but this takes 20-30 years to happen, not like Bitcoin and crypto. It takes a couple of years. You know, if you want to get rich with silver, you had to wait over 20 years if you are accumulating at these levels and sell here. This is, yeah, about 20 or 25 years or so if you're accumulating from this range. This happens in crypto in just 3 or 4 years, which is absolutely insane, or even in months, depending on where you get in. So on silver, like I said, it's just a matter of time in the next coming months that we will break that $28 range, major resistance, and then this is just gonna slowly start climbing up to all-time high here at that $50 range. It's gonna happen in the next coming years, no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. It's gonna climb up here to this level. So that is my take on silver. Let's take a look at Polkadot. Has been taking a look at XRP, please, Andy. Let's take a look at XRP. I am still in my long on XRP. The thing about XRP is that it just has so much volatility. It's absolutely crazy. XRP looks pretty solid. This is something that we were talking about on my latest live streams, that we do have very strong higher lows right there. This is looking at the 4 hourly. You got this higher high right there, creating this channel. It is in an ascending channel, even though the macro trend is bearish, but you still have some room here to go up to still create a big lower high. You still have a lot of room to have some pumpy action. So basically, we called a really cool trade on one of the live streams here on XRP. This is where I entered. Okay, I did enter a little bit early, but I added heavily to my position to ladder down my position. Basically here on XRP, let's go to the 1 hourly, zoom in a little bit. The opportunity was here. This was said on the live stream. This was the major opportunity to get in. Right about that 76 cents was the opportunity to get into a long, okay, here on XRP. Reason why is because you had massive big pump. Okay, this is when the news came out from the SEC. Everything good with XRP, a little bit of a hype there, big correction. And yeah, this was the time you had a swing failure pattern here on XRP on the 1 hourly, where you had this wick not managing to break successfully the support, back up again, starting to consolidate. It's time to get in. This was the area to get in on XRP. Confirmation of a failed breakout right over there. You see this, you get in, especially after a big massive pump with volume. You're retracing, you zoom out a little bit, you do know that you are getting supported from these higher lows, so it is worth the risk. Definitely worth the risk with a tight stop loss. I mean, the thing is, you know, the tight stop loss, if you're entering here like I did, and just at that 75 cents, if you entered just round about this range and you put a stop loss below this wick, you know, look at this. I mean, you basically, if you get stopped out, fine, you know, it's not the end of the world. You know, but the amount of gains compared to what you're risking is just, it's just insane. You know, I'm already 3 times up my stop loss on XRP, so if you get stopped out, it is absolutely fine, because you will, if you are good in detecting those potential run-ups, yeah, you will see good gains. I think I'm planning to hold an XRP trade. I'm protected. I will be taking profits once we hit the highs that we did create just on the 12th of March, once we saw the news of the SEC, which is around about the 85 cents. You know, just in case you do create a small double top here on XRP, but I am targeting that 85 cents in the next coming days, potentially. I'm targeting that range, but I'm targeting much higher levels. I think XRP can hit the $1 range, $1.10, gaining this high right over here and attempting to hit the resistance of this ascending channel. Okay, very, very possible. So yeah, that could definitely happen. I am looking for a I'm not sure what harmonic pattern it was. I think it was it a butterfly pattern potentially, and hitting that $1.08 approximately. So yeah, XRP looks pretty good. Yeah, check out harmonics, guys. You know, I mean, I'm not going to go right now. I really want to get a video on this, but you can, you know, check your harmonics on Google, have a screenshot. There are different harmonics, and, you know, try and detect those patterns in the past and also ones that can be forming in the future. Nothing much to add. Bitcoin's looking pretty good. It is recovering quite nicely. Let's zoom in here on the chart. It's having a little bit of pumpy action right now. I think, yeah, we are basically going to get that liquidity above this high. I still see this, guys. I still see this very much. We nice solid double bottom, a lot of people might think, right there, big consolidations, ready to move up and get above this resistance to grab that liquidity. I will be exiting my long position at this range, of course, while other people are going to be extremely bullish right at these levels. It is how you play the game, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for daily updates, live streams. Smash up the like button. Check out these exchanges if you are an experienced trader. If you're not an experienced trader, don't even come close to them. If you do not know what you're doing, don't come close to them. You will lose money very, very likely. For experienced traders, you have an insane bonus down below. Check out Bitcoinsensus website, guys. And here you have the latest news and technical analysis. As you can see, totally free information. All our socials are down below to follow. Smash up the like button on your way out. 140, let's get to 200 here before we end the stream. 200 likes, guys. Thank you very much for the support, and I will see you in the next one.